2 years.
So during the course of the 2 years, you were able to let go of all that baggage before you got into a relationship with Maurice?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I sure was.
Okay.
Yes, I'm smiling because it's a joyous moment for me, you know, being able to know my value, know my worth, know who I was, because I never knew who I was. I knew who everybody else wanted me to be,
Right.
but I did not know who I was. So I'm grateful.
And who are you now, girl?
I'm Lucretia Winters.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Lucretia Winters, a child of God.
Yes. A daughter of Sonya. I'm truly a servant.
Yes.
Truly a servant of His, and I'm truly grateful for everything. I can't thank Him enough.
Yes.
For my journey, my experience, because I wouldn't be who I am now.
Right.
So I'm grateful for everything that I went through.
That's great. Everybody needs to be grateful for things that they go through, because lessons in life get you where you need to be in the future.
Yes.
When you realize that some of the things that you've done, you know they were wrong.
Oh, yes.
But you learn from that experience.
Oh, yes.
And those experiences make us better people.
Yes.
It teaches us how to educate others on what not to do. Because, you know, we can educate people, but it's up to them to take that knowledge. Because, you know, like the old people say, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink it.
Exactly.
So we can educate people all day long, but it's up to them to take that knowledge and use it in a positive way.
Right. Because it took me a minute, like I said, a light bulb finally went off, even though maybe years later, it still clicked. You know, like, hey, wait a minute, no, it's something better, you know, something greater for you.
Right. So in that relationship that you were in, did your friends and family know what was going on? And if they did know, did they tell you things like, girl, you stupid for being with him, you need to get, what are you thinking? I mean, why are you, seriously, did they say any of those things, or did they just, or were they like, well, she's grown and she's gonna do what she wanna do, or, you know, there's no need of us talking to her? I mean, did anybody try to intervene?
I didn't tell none of my family. My family didn't know.
So your family didn't know?
No.
Why you didn't tell nobody?
Because I was afraid to, and I didn't want to leave. Because, you know, if you tell one of your family members and, you know, they come and rough them up or whatever, and then you be right back over there. So what's the point of me telling? And, you know, and I know I could have. Please tell your parents. Please tell your parents. Do not do like I did. Please tell your parents while you are in that situation at that time, you know. But no, I didn't. And that was why I did. But, you know, sometimes I reflect back thinking that, okay, well, maybe if I would have said something here, maybe I could have put it out earlier and saved more lives, or, you know, think about things like that, of that matter, when it comes to speaking out and not being silent,
Right.
you know, because that's why I told myself, look, no more silence. No more silence.
So you married him, correct?
I did.
So before you married him, was the violence going on then?
Yes. Yeah, it was.
And I can understand where you're coming from, saying that, you know, you were afraid to leave because you thought what you were dealing with was love and he was taking care of you, and, you know, I mean, I can pretty much understand that. And, you know, it's kind of hard. Everybody handle things differently.
Yes.
Everybody handle things differently. We all do. Because, you know, we have some of us who can say, well, girl, he hit me one time and I'm gone.
Yes, exactly.
And then you have some, they'll say that, but then they go right back. And then, like you said, some people involve the family members. And, yeah, the family members go over there and do whatever. And then you right back up there with him at the family reunion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I I didn't want that. I didn't. And then I was protecting my own family by not saying that. And what I mean by that is I didn't want them to be hurt. Even though I was hurting, I didn't want them to be like get the backlash or the after effect. Cause you never know what a person's mindset is at.
Right.
Cause he could have lashed out at them, or you just never know where a person's mindset at that time. So I rather just suffered it on my own and dealt with it on my own. So.
Yeah, and dealing with it on your own made you a stronger individual.
It did.
It's unfortunate that you had to gain your strength in a negative way.
Right.
But you still gain that strength and you're using it for positive things now.
Yes.
So did you have any kids by him?
No.
Okay. And you said you guys so do you guys communicate?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, we don't communicate.
Okay, because I know you said that you became friends. That was
it, the time years ago.
So when you got, so when you seen him before you got your mind clear and you learned who you are, and you seen him out in public, did you just want to go and do something to him?
No.
You didn't? Okay.
No.
Because a lot of females,
yes, I know.
yeah, they gonna retaliate. And sometimes, so when the violence was going on, I'm pretty sure you fought back, or did you not? Or were you afraid to fight back?
Well, I did push back. I did fight back. I just didn't fight strong enough or hard enough, I don't think, sometimes,
Right.
But yeah, I did fight back.
So was this like an everyday occurrence, or just when he was, because some people, they just, they might come home from work in a bad mood and take it out on their spouse. Or if you feeling like I'm disrespecting you by asking you to turn the TV down and you want to take it out on me, or, just, baby, I love you and I'll never do it again, and it don't happen again for like maybe a month or two, and then boom, here it comes again, and it's even worse than it was the previous 2 months. So was it like that, or was it every day, or just whenever you felt like it?
It wasn't every day. It was just whenever he wanted to go see someone else. It was an argument started, and here we go.
So he used that in order to go be with another female.
Yes.
Wow. So argument would start, and he would put his hands on you.
It was more verbal.
Verbal. So the abuse was more verbal than the physical, but the physical was still there.
The physical was still there.
Right. Okay. He didn't break any bones or anything, did he?
No, but it took me to a place where I was trying to harm myself. And I'm like, I can't do this. I cried out, and I'm like, no, because the knife was on my wrist, getting ready to slit it, and I'm like, what am I doing, And I just cried out to God, and he took it from me, and I'm like, I can't do this. I can't harm myself.
So you was actually contemplating on taking your life, thinking that would be the best way to get away from him.
Get away from him and the pain that I was feeling, the things that I was facing at that time.
And that's a lot of women will do that. They will kill themselves thinking that that's the only way that they can get away from their abuser, which is so untrue.
It's very untrue.
And to be honest with you, this is just me, but before I kill myself, I'm gonna kill you. That's just me.
Right.
But I'm not trying to, downplay anything, because that's like serious.
Yeah.
It's like, so in your mind, did you feel like you were not, at that time, you was thinking that you weren't worthy enough?
Yes, exactly. I didn't feel like I was worthy enough. I'm like mad at myself because I made him mad. Now he's gonna leave me and he can't leave me and stuff like that going through my head, and I'm like, oh no, girl. No.
And then you had to think about your children too.
Yes.
Yes.
I definitely had to. And I was like, okay, let's go.
It's a good thing that those young, because you have 2 sons,
I
correct?
do have to.
So it's a good thing that they didn't see any of that going on, because they probably would have thought it was okay, and they probably would have possibly done the same thing.
To someone else.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm truly grateful.
Yes. And then you have a lot of family members out here that will kill the individual for putting their hands on their daughters as well as their sons.
Right.
Yes, they will. I have a son, and he's 33, and I still feel I feel overprotective for all my kids. You know what I'm saying?
We have to.
And I will get involved.
Mm-hmm.
I really will.
Yes.
But in some cases, like you said, that don't help. They have to learn the hard way, like you said. They got to get tired of being sick and tired.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they have to just, we all have to look at things like, okay, is my life this bad that I'm willing to accept black eyes and broken noses and being called out my name, knowing that I'm not none of these things that this individual is calling me? And wow, and it happened in front of a lot of kids. A lot of kids see domestic violence going on in the home, and the parents, they think that's okay, and that is not okay, because although you're not physically harming the children, you are mentally and emotionally destroying these kids' mind. And they are going to grow up and take that with them everywhere they go.
Yes.
Because it starts at home.
It does. Yes, it really does. And another thing, I am truly grateful that my young men did not experience that, did not see that abuse, and I'm just truly grateful. And I know that there's children out there that see it on a day-to-day basis, and I just continue to pray for them too, that they will get the help that they need.
Yes.
And not be afraid, because we always were told, especially when it came to us being in school, not to tell nobody, and of course they would